a religious leader own a private jet? We're talking multiple.
It's him too, bro. I don't know if it's just me, but it's something in that man's eyes, bro. It's giving wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, okay? Stuff like this low-key irritate me, bro, because this is the type of stuff that make people turn away from Christianity.
I'm too tryna turned up. 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 I'm too tryna turned up.
All right, y'all. Now we finna react to Christianity Has a Problem video about 40 Shams. Let's see what he's talking about, bro. This sounds crazy.
I am a rich Jew backed by a richer Jew.
He made
What?
that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Oh, you can't have that jet.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm keeping 100. Is he a pastor? My nigga he look shady. He look kind of.
I got it. Yeah. Let me make you real mad. Got two of them.
Why do you need a $54 million private jet?
We're not doing any kind of interviews right now. I'm in the book.
I just like to know why you need a keep your hands off me.
See that go? See on them shoes? Get a shot of this, boys. Get close. Come on, man. Look, I paid a fortune for them things. Suck in there, man. See that go?
Do you think you've used the Lord's word to profit, like grossly? Do you think you distorted the Lord's word to make money? Whoa.
Man, they never want to answer them questions though, bro. That's wild. That's crazy, man. Like, bro, let me tell you something right now. Real talk. I have been blessed to not have to grow up with a pastor like that, bro. So, like, I never really, like, bro, I'm really on the outside looking in when it comes to this, bro. Like, I really didn't have to deal with nothing like this. Real talk. So this is actually insane. Like, really? And I'm gonna be honest, bro, they gonna get dealt with. Simple, you know what I'm saying? For those who know, facts, they gonna get dealt with, bro. That's insane.
Whoa.
Close the doors for me for a quick moment.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's crazy that they just brought this up because I was thinking it, but they said it. This is crazy, bro. Yes, man.
I want everybody to remain standing quickly.
Marvin Sapp. I think that's his name, yeah.
1,000 of you, I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. It costs to sit up here. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Now, before I get started on this video,
And it's the fact that people in the background talking about some giving us worship. Bro, genuinely, man, I genuinely believe some people are brainwashed. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the people are led astray. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly these people are using people just to profit. That's all. They're using these people and they're using the Lord's word to profit. That's insanity to me, bro, because that's not right. And then they're just being so much more outward about it nowadays with the Marvin Sapp. Bro, close them doors. Come on, bro.
yo, I want to make one thing clear. This video is not an attack on Christianity itself.
Facts.
It's more like an investigation of what happens when accountability
bro.
disappears. When spiritual leadership goes unchecked. When institutions meant to serve the needy end up exploiting them. What you saw in that first clip was a pastor shutting his church doors and not allowing his members to leave until they donated $20. Like, he physically said,
Wild.
you cannot get out of here until you give us $20. And I find that the fact he did this is so insane. Because you never know
W
someone's
edits, bro. These niggas be having some crazy edits, man.
financial situation. A lot of times people go to these religious, spiritual institutions because they're financially struggling. Their accounts might be overdrawn. They might not have that $20. Some of their members might have been at church that day because they wanted to pray for a blessing. So now, even though they may have came to the church looking for blessing or financial relief, they're gonna end up leaving the church with less money than they came in with. And if they just happen to, let's say, not have that amount, now they're exposed and humiliated in front of everyone. And the fact that it's such a meager amount of $20 is kind of a double-edged sword. Because yes, it's affordable, but for the few who might not have it, it makes them look even worse. Because we can understand if you can't give $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. But $20? That's like lunch money. Even though this is a meager amount, if you grew up poor, there were moments where $20 was all you had to your name. There were moments when your parents didn't even have $20. I'm talking like collecting quarters.
Yeah, bro, facts, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's something about having that last $20, bro. Like, a nigga really wanna hold on to his last 20. You never really know what you need, bro. Some niggas need gas. You feel me? Some niggas need to make sure they gotta eat. Some niggas can go without eating, bro. That's what I'm saying. Some niggas need gas. Some niggas need, you know what I'm saying, other things. But yeah, bro, that last 20, you gonna hold on to that with all, you know what I'm saying, with all, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be very sparing with that 20. You feel me? You ain't gonna make no stupid purchases with that 20. You feel me? That 20, yeah.
Recycling bottles just to piece together some spare change to make it through the day. And the crazy thing is, $20 wasn't all they requested from the attendees that day. They asked them for more money earlier.
Any speaker that they bring in, they ask them to take up what they would call a sacrificial offering at the end of that ministry moment. It is volunteer. You know, you're not pressured to give.
Asking your ushers to close the doors until they paid isn't pressuring. He really just sat there and told this bold-faced lie. Isn't lying a sin?
I was just doing what the presiding bishop asked me to do.
Of course, the response is to shift.
Then he blamed it. Wait a minute, don't like that. Okay, now like educate me. I like doing that in the comment section, bro. Is he blaming somebody, bro? Is he trying to not take accountability right there? Because yes, he is lying, which is a sin. Which, you know, he's trying to cover himself, but. Man, bro, it's the bigger picture, bro. But, yeah, like, is he trying to, like, pin it on somebody else? Say, oh, I was just doing what somebody else told me to do.
Blame.
And because the initial ask earlier in that service was sizable, I tried to keep it as minimal as possible.
The initial ask was sizable. So you guys are asking for donations multiple times in one event. And I'm scared to even ask how much this sizable ask was.
And no one was kept in there against their will. Everybody that was there because they wanted to be there. And
this nigga's clearly lying. What are you talking about? You told niggas to close them doors. Close them doors. Bro, what you mean? Tell me they wasn't held there against their will. Yes, they was, bro. Quit lying, nigga.
This is normal? When did religion become this transactional? Has it always been this expensive to be a Christian? It can be easy to be a Christian in this economy. This isn't even the first occurrence of a church leader coming off as entitled, greedy, and just plain evil. There's literally whole compilations out there of this stuff.
God wanted him to have Tyler Perry's jet.
How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business.
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen.
Why does a religious leader own a private jet? We're talking multiple.
It's him too, bro. I don't know if it's just me, but it's something in that man's eyes, bro. It's giving wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Okay? Stuff like this low-key irritate me, bro, because this is the type of stuff that make people turn away from Christianity. This type of stuff that make people be like, oh yeah, this is fake. This type of stuff that make people be like, oh, you Christians are stupid. This type of stuff make people feel them kind of ways, bro, because people go out here and they use basically their emotions and their feelings, and they use, again, the word, and they try to turn it into some kind of feel-good, kind of make you feel good in a moment, just type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't do what they're supposed to be doing, bro. They're trying to make you feel good and ask you for your money for doing just that. That shit's crazy to me.
Millions of dollars to own and operate one regularly.
I paid.
Look at this nigga, bro. Go back to this nigga smile, bro. Like, it's something about this dude that ain't right. It's something about him that ain't right, bro. Look at him, man. Look at him, bro. His smile, you can tell he hiding something just behind this mask. You can tell he hiding something. Nigga got a $50 million jet? Come on, bro. A pastor? Come on, bro.
You kind of caught me off guard here, okay?
And watch how he proceeds to stall for time, looking for ways to avoid answering her question.
Certainly. Well, if you'd like to come out here, I'd like to give you a chance to catch your breath and have a conversation. We don't want to catch you off guard.
I love Inside Edition. You got to get this now. Hey, you listening to me? My wife thinks Inside Edition is, oh yeah.
Why you looking like that, bro?
Now, thank you, Lord. Help me. Just let me pray this.
I mean, he is trying to do anything to slither himself out of this situation.
So,
well, let me just ask you a really simple question. A lot of people think it's unbecoming for a preacher to live a life of luxury and to fly around in private jets. What's your response to?
Now, look, I'm not saying nobody can, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no one can treat themselves, right? If someone has properly saved the money and they've earned it and they've worked hard for it, even a preacher, bro, and you know what I'm saying, they've genuinely done what they've had to do to, you know what I'm saying, earn these things. why not buy yourself something nice? Why not? You feel me? But it get to a point, bro, to where you out here buying a Rolls Royce, you know what I'm saying, double R, you out here got private jets, $50 million worth. You know what I'm saying? Probably a couple $M house, couple $M estate for your church. Like, come on, bro. It get to a point, bro.
It takes a lot of money to do what we do. We have brought over 122 million people to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition.
I can just tell from the look in his eyes, bro. Deep down, he wants.
He feel it too, bro. He see it too, bro. He feel it too, bro. It's something about the look in his eyes, bro. I don't know if I'm judging this man right now, bro. Lead me in the right direction, but nah, bro. It's something about that man that just throw me off, bro.
That lady, because how dare she ask him what he's doing with the money that his donors gave him, the money that's supposed to be going towards a righteous cause. But let's keep watching.
I love your eyes.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Brief intermission. If you want to see the more fun, laid back side of my personality, go ahead and check out my reaction channel, 40 Channel Live. Link will be in the description. Vacation homes, plural. So he has multiple vacation homes, and he's using the money from his donors, and he's kind of cutting into your pockets as well, because churches are tax exempt. They have federal income tax exemption, state income tax exemption, property tax exemption. Some states have sales tax exemption. They also get personage and housing allowances, federal unemployment tax exemption, non-profit discounts, reduced postal rates. All the money these churches are not paying has to come out of someone's pockets, and those pockets are yours and mine. But let's keep watching.
That's crazy.
Again, getting back to the comment. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Why are you so aggressive? I mean, like, why are you so aggressive, bro? Calm down, Jamal. Put down the 9. Seriously. Like, what are you doing, my G? Like, he just pressed her kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of pressed her kind of tough, bro. He kind of felt some kind of way behind that. Must have, you know, hey, you know what they say, bro? The truth hurts. Facts.
Calm down there, sir. Don't hurt the lady. She's just asking a couple of questions, man. If you ask me, that's the look of someone who's mad that they just got caught red-handed.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood.
He had to turn back to the scripture because his mask almost came off.
To those critics that say that a preacher should not be living a life of luxury, what is your response to that?
They're wrong. When you go back to the Bible, it's full of wealth. And it's full of miracles and signs and wonders. And it's full of goodness.
Notice the order in which he said things. He said it's full of wealth.
Yeah. Facts.
And oh yeah, there's also miracles, signs.
It's like them telling you the truth without them telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they're telling you without telling you. Bro, this is, bro, you gotta really pay attention to what people say and how they say it, bro.
And goodness, whatever. This dude really needs to invest in media training and some acting classes. Because, I mean, could you be any more obvious?
And it's full of meanness. It's just full of hell on earth. Those are the demons, not the people. I love the people.
Thank you so much for your time today. Lisa Guerrero.
Lisa, God bless. Father bless Lisa today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to know her and to her team. I love him.
My dog look like he acting now, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't care. At this point, I don't care what you say. I see right through this nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. I see right through this one. He's acting, bro. This is fake. This ain't real. Bro, just watch the video. This is not real, my nigga.
Inside Edition. I love the people on it. And it thrills me to get a chance to have my face on Inside Edition.
Thank you very much.
No, did he really just do that? Oh my goodness, bro. See, okay, I'm getting stressed. I'm stressing. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, no, this ain't right. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't like this.
Reverend, you have a nice day.
Yo, with how tight he was holding her hand and the fact that he got her whole name, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't feel safe if I was her.
Me neither,
the type of money
bro.
he could probably get you gone in a second. But let's keep going.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
No, bro, that's not cool, bro. She gave you what she had, my dog. She gave you $1,200. She didn't have to give you that. You feel me? I know still to this day, it's people when that little money bucket come around in the church, they finna get a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Couple of little dollars. If you got a little $5 in your purse, $5 in your pocket, $5 in your wallet, you might get that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you just got $1,200. And you talking about some, no, that ain't 2,000. That ain't 1,000 plus 1,000. Nigga, what you talking about? You got 1,200. Look, it's about being grateful at the end of the day, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to get at, my G. And that was extremely ungrateful of you, bro.
Hey, if the church doesn't want that money, I'll take it off your hands. I don't think I've ever seen someone complain about receiving money. And just for some context, this church was asking for donations. And basically the way it's supposed to go is the people who were standing in that line were all supposed to donate 1,000 of their own money and then find someone else to also donate 1,000. That's why you heard them saying 1,000 plus 1,000. And mind you, that was the minimum of what they could donate.
Okay, so I got the context behind that. Well, not the context rather, but I got why he said what he said, but still, right? At the end of the day, she still got up knowing that she didn't have the $2,000. She still gave what she had, bro. She didn't have to do that. But anyways.
So some people might have donated 3, 4, 5, or even more. And look, I understand maybe the lady wasn't too clear on the instructions, but the reaction this church leader had, you would have thought that she robbed them. Hearing the crowd react like that and her having to do the walk of shame had to be so humiliating. And he did all this in front of what seems to be her son. I don't think people understand just how much donation money churches receive. According to this Princeton article in 2023, Christians donated $945 billion.
Oh my goodness.
Not million, billion, like with a B. And approximately 62 billion or 6.6 of all those funds were lost to fraud and embezzlement. According to this article by Christianity Today, the Center for the Study of Global Christianity projects thieves will take 170 billion in the year 2050 if current trends continue. According to Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, religious leaders are using churches to launder illicit cash across the Americas. When Eric Zuniga died in U.S. custody in April, he left a rich religious and political legacy in the Guatemalan town where he founded an evangelical church and served as mayor for over a decade. He also left behind a property empire that was most likely built with drug money. Over the years, religious institutions have been repeatedly used to launder money. And I mean, it makes sense why they're using churches to launder money, because who's really keeping track of all these church donations? Who's gonna question the institution that's supposed to be the pillar of righteousness in the community? That's why you have things like these happening. Singapore megachurch founder Kong Hee found guilty of $35 million donation fraud, or the sexual abuse scandals that often occur. In the early 1980s, Bickle, who would go on to found International House of Prayer in Kansas City, confided in Tammy Woods, the 14-year-old who was babysitting his children, that his wife Diane would die and that we would be together, a prelude to his repeatedly sexually abusing her. The founder of the outrageously successful church certainly felt that God had his back. He had the same vision a decade later when he told his 19-year-old female intern that his wife would die and that they would get married. And you know, with all the money that these churches receive, you would think that they would at least help their community. Okay, the whole community might be a little bit much.
You dig what I'm saying? I mean, like, I know a lot of churches do a lot of, you feel me? They do a lot of feed the homeless and things of that nature. I know a lot of churches do that, you feel me? But I'm talking about, bro, these churches that's making millions of dollars, they could be doing the type of ish that Mr. Beast doing, bro. They could be going to Africa, you know what I'm saying, putting up a little well, bro, turn them ilms into them African pesos or whatever it's called, euros, allegros, whatever they call, bro. You feel me? Turn the US dollar into thems. Yes, bro, I know we're going to have plenty of money to do what we need to do. To, you know what I'm saying, do more stuff over there other than what Mr. Beast doing, you feel me? Mr. Beast trying to do schools and water. We could do, you know what I'm saying, we can start putting up phone lines and things of that nature. You feel me? Like, just that's just an example, you feel me? But just more stuff like that. Not just necessarily for Africa, but for the communities as well. You know, clean things up, make things a little more cleaner, better. You know what I'm saying? Put money into houses for homeless people, things of that nature. But I digress.
Maybe a couple families in the neighborhood. Honestly, that might be too much as well. How about 1 2-month-old baby? Meet Nikaylee. So what she did is basically make a series where she has the sound effect of a baby crying in the background, and then she calls churches and asks them for baby food. Now the series is obviously much further along now because it has part 43 out, but at some point when she was on part 30, having called 30 religious institutions, she received 24 no's and 6 yeses. Only 3 of those yeses were from churches. The other 3 were from mosques and other religious institutions. But let's watch one of these videos real quick.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would help feed a starving baby. And right now, per request, I'm calling Living Faith Christian Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's call them and see if they would help feed a starving baby.
Living Faith Christian Center.
Hi, yes. I was wanting to see if y'all could help with baby formula at all. I have a 2-month-old and she ran out last night, so I just need like a small can because she's gone all day and all night.
What about? I don't understand. You will have need for what, ma'am? Now.
I was wanting to see if you all could help with a small can of formula for a baby.
Small can of formula for a baby. Hold on, let me see. Sister Julia's available. Hold on a minute, okay?
Okay.
Honestly, I would have just covered it myself.
This is Julia. How can I help you?
Hi, I was wanting to see if y'all could help with a small can of baby formula. I have a 2-month-old and she's been out since last night, so she's gone all night and all day without anything to eat.
We don't have any formula around, darling. I'm sorry. None. No diapers, anything for babies. We don't have anything.
Could that be something you all could get and I could just pick it up?
No, we can't right now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That tone is so scary.
All right, thanks.
Now, granted, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I see what she's doing. She's trying to, I ain't gonna lie, it's a pretty interesting series. You know what I'm saying? Actually, very creative. I never would have thought of anything like that, but that's very creative, very, 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 very much so. But I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of churches kind of look at whenever they are in there doing like church work and stuff like that. I feel like they look at that as like a job, And personally speaking, I don't know many churches that help people with like things like baby food and formula and like stuff like. I know churches that like help people with like rent. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a car note. I don't know about that, but I know a couple of churches that help out with like rent. But personally, I don't know many churches that just be helping out with like little things like baby formula, diapers, things of that nature. I just personally don't know many churches that do that. Now, on the other hand, if there are, let me know. You feel me? Because from where I'm from, there aren't many that do.
Nope.
Mind you, that baby is basically dying. She literally said that the baby hasn't eaten since last night. 2-month-old babies need to eat every 2 to 3 hours. It's not an exaggeration to say that that baby is literally dying. At that point, I don't even care if the church has it or not. I'm gonna pay out of my own pockets. That's what any decent human being should do. It's crazy to think that a lot of times these are the same people who are super conservative and super pro-life. So what, are you only pro-life when the baby's inside the mother's stomach? Is 2 months too old to receive your love and affection? And I hate how cold the response was. It's like they just wanted her to get off the phone with them. They didn't even try to connect her with any resources in the community. Maybe help her get in contact with a food bank. All they did was basically say, oh, we can't help. Yep, have a good day. Having this sort of cold, heartless reaction to a dying baby who hasn't eaten since last night is insane. And out of all the churches that she called, yes, some of them tried to offer resources, but some of them also just hung up. And get this, from the churches that she called, a lot of the ones that ended up saying yes were Black African-American Baptist churches. You would think that during times like this when the government...
Not surprised, bro. Not surprised at all, bro. Again, what I said in like one of my first couple videos, bro, Black people are the most supportive. At the end of the day, that's just how it goes. I'm not finna, throw like, this, that, and the third. People don't do that, but Black people are just simply more supportive, bro.
It's cutting SNAP benefits. Families aren't receiving the financial support they once did. You would think that these churches would be stepping up for their communities, but that obviously doesn't seem to be the case. Now let's see how other faiths react when faced with the same scenario.
Somebody wanted me to call the Wan Buddhism Temple of North Carolina, and it's located in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So let's see if they would help feed a hungry baby. Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all could help with baby formula at all. I have a 2-month-old and she's been going without formula since last night.
Okay, so we're a Buddhist temple, so we don't have baby formula here, but
there may be some community resources that do. Where do you live?
I'm like 10 minutes from you all, but I've called everywhere and they just keep telling me to call around churches and stuff like that. And I've called so many churches and nobody can help.
Have you talked to the folks at the Interfaith Council?
Yes, I have.
And they don't have anything there?
No.
Have you contacted Porch?
Yes.
They don't have anything?
No. I think it's because of the SNAP benefits or something, but I don't know. Everybody's out of everything, so I'm just trying to find somebody that can help because she's just been going all night and all day, and I don't know.
You know, one thing might be to call pediatrician office because sometimes they get samples.
Yeah, I called my doctor's office and they didn't have any. They didn't even have samples. I don't know. I just need a small, and I don't know what else to do. So I'm just trying to find somebody that can get her like just a small can of formula. Like I can get to you. I'm just trying to find somebody that could help with the formula. Like I don't need money or anything. I just need like just the small can.
Well, we wouldn't have that, but you know, if I gave you something, you could purchase it. You could go to a grocery store.
I mean, why don't you just ask and be like, hey, can you purchase me a small can of formula? She just asked him, oh, can you just help me with a can of formula? Can you help me with a can of formula? I don't need money. I just need a can of formula. She ain't gonna lie. Her way of going about it ain't as smooth either though. Keep it 100. So she's not making it as, you know what I'm saying, straightforward as it need to be. She should have been asking, okay, well, can you guys purchase me a can of formula? You know, I only have enough money to get gas and make it to you guys and back. I don't have the money for the formula. She could have went that route, but she just making it kind of seem a little kind of back and forth and awkwardy. I don't know, bro. It's not that great. I don't know. She's you do a little better. But I still like the concept. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so this is actually a social experiment.
And look, whether or not they try to offer money right away doesn't matter. They still try to support her and connect her with resources. And something that's being pointed out in the comments is that Buddhist temples don't have the same structure as churches. I'm pretty sure that a church has a lot more resources than a Buddhist temple. Now let's see how a Muslim mosque reacts when faced with the same scenario.
Hey, this is the Islamic Center that was calling back in.
Islamic Center of Charlotte.
Hi, yes. I was trying to call. I have a 2-month-old baby, and I ran out of formula last night, and I was wanting to see if there's any way you all could help with a can of baby formula.
We can, ma'am. Where do you live? Do you live in Charlotte?
Yes, I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Okay. And what kind of formula are you using?
It's the Good Start.
Good Start. Yeah, this time, ma'am, if you come over here, we'll help you.
That's what's up, bro.
Okay.
And it's crazy because this is the church that has 1 star, but I think only has 1 review as well. But even the 1 review is 1 star. That's crazy, bro. And yet, this is one of the only churches, one of the 6 churches that actually helped. It's crazy. It's ironic, actually.
Hey, hold on just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually doing a social experiment.
The interaction took nothing more than a couple seconds. People in the comments are saying, notice how he didn't even ask if you were Muslim. I'm converting to Islam. I might convert to Islam after this. There's a mosque in my street now. Couldn't be happier. Told my daughter if we're not home and something happens, go there first. America is so propagandized. Islam is beautiful. Charity is a pillar of Islam. They take it very seriously. None of that "are you a member" crap. Some of the churches that she called were literally saying that they weren't able to offer help unless you are a member of their church. And shoot, I understand if it's some sort of super exclusive benefit. I understand if you leave it for just your members. But helping a 2-month-old starving baby, that's where you lost me. And you know what's even more insane about this whole situation is the response that she's receiving from people. The backlash.
This nut is calling churches asking for formula for her baby that she says is starving, and when the churches cannot provide her formula, she blasts them all over social media.
Testing churches is wrong.
I wouldn't say she's blasting, my nigga. She's just posting a video. What do you mean? Okay, yeah. I see how people will go. I see how people will go like this and attack it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna sit here and act like I'm surprised that people are going off about this. I'm not even gonna act like I'm surprised, bro. Because I had some things to say as well, but I wasn't mad, not at all, not even in the slightest. I just think she could have just went about it a little differently. Other than that, I don't think she deserved to be called whatever the fuck he called her. I don't think she deserved all of that, personally.
Test someone on the street. You're trying to give God's people bad reps. Maybe you should pray a little bit, but that might not be your lifestyle, as you are the one who stripped on a pole. Your gay community shall help you. Why don't you ask for your own people? But then again, if they don't ask your strippers, commas, people, commas, please use them. I think these idiots don't understand that this is an experiment and that she doesn't actually have a baby in need. The thing that sucks about this experiment going so viral is that now it won't have the same effect. A lot of churches have probably heard about this experiment by now, and they're just ready and waiting by the phone, probably practice the whole script about how they're gonna help this lady and her baby. You'd probably have to wait a couple more years and tweak up the experiment a little bit to actually get raw reactions. And you know what sucks is that some people are so filled with hate for certain religions, like Islam for example, that they believe that this whole experiment was made up as a form of propaganda to try to make Christianity look bad and make Islam look good. People are complaining that she called a bunch of churches, but she only called one mosque. But lucky for us, the internet is a very wide and vast place, because someone conducted the same experiment on mosques.
I'm wondering if you guys can provide with 1 can of formula.
Sure, you can come into the when. Are you around? Do you live close? You can stop by today. Maybe you can help you to buy it.
Let's call a mosque in Dearborn and see if they will give baby formula. I'm gonna mention that I'm not Muslim to see if it changes anything.
Salam alaikum, Islamic House of Wisdom.
Hi, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm short on baby formula for my baby, and I'm wondering if you guys can provide with 1 can of formula.
Sure, you can come into the when. Are you around? Do you live close? You can stop by today. Maybe you can help you to buy it, because we don't have actually formula here, but we can give you money to buy it.
Oh, and is it okay that I'm not Muslim?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, you can come in so I can tell the receptionist, just in case I'm not here to expect you.
And I mean, some Christians are so embarrassed and having such a hard time trying to fathom that Muslims can actually be.
I mean, why be embarrassed, bro? Bro, Christianity has been one of the only religions that has been talked about, looked bad upon, made fun of. And like, bro, Christianity is just about the only religion that gets made fun of the most. Okay, don't get me wrong, other religions get made fun of too, but not like Christianity, bro. I mean, Christianity get made fun of on a wide scale, nationwide, bro. They're attacking it and they're making it look bad nationwide, bro. And I mean, you know, that's just what's going to happen, G. But we have to do what we have to do as human beings and as Christians ourselves. You know what I'm saying? To uphold what's supposed to be upheld, my nigga. And that's the lights, my G. Come on, bro. Hey, look. This ain't that channel. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that later.
Kind and generous, that they're actually spreading misinformation about Islam. They're literally making up rules that don't exist in the religion.
There's a woman on TikTok who's doing a social experiment where she is calling churches to ask about baby formula to see if any of them will actually help them out. And she called a mosque, and they actually would help them out, while none of the churches. And this doesn't surprise me as a pastor, and I talk a lot about Muslim zakat. It's one of the 5 pillars of Islam, where Muslim communities and Muslims are obligated to provide charity to the community. Churches get scammed all of the time. And so if you think the response to churches saying no to helping baby formula is to tax the churches, we spend $1 trillion a year on our military.
Yeah, so that's not how zakat works at all. Zakat is a formal thing. It's you can't just say, oh, a mother has asked me for a bottle of baby formula, therefore I am forced by the pillar of Islam to give it to her. Like, you're talking as if mosques don't get scam calls too. Like, that's such a bonkers thing to say. But zakat is a formal thing, so on many levels, you can't just, if a mother asks you for a single bottle of baby formula and then you give her the bottle, then you're like, aha, that is my zakat, that goes towards my zakat, 2.5% after nisab for the year. That would actually fall under sadaqah, which is, by the way, identical to the Hebrew concept of tzedakah, which is righteousness or righteous obligation or righteous act, but it's usually just translated as charity. Like, you can't absolve your church from not giving baby formula to a mother because they're not forced to be kind like Muslims are. That's literally insane. They're not being kind because they're being forced to. They're being kind because Islam teaches that as a value. Churches are not charities, and that is why they should be taxed. There's no reason they should be tax exempt like a charity when they are not obligated to be charitable. They can be for profit, as many of them are. They can engage in charitable activities, but that does not preclude them to be exempt from taxation.
Yeah, so the things that pastor said were basically just cope. Literally just trying to justify some of these churches being greedy and uncharitable. But again, like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to attack anyone's faith. A lot of churches do a lot of good for people. I absolutely cannot deny that. But in a time like this, when the government is so shaky, people are losing their SNAP benefits, poor families aren't receiving the support that they used to. During this crucial time, we got to start asking where donation money is going. Who's accountable for it? We have to make sure that the poor, the needy aren't being exploited, because leadership is stewardship, not ownership. These religious leaders should not be allowed to use their position for personal gain. And you know, the experiment we saw today of the mother with a 2-month-old baby obviously wasn't real. But God forbid, there might be mothers out there who are in very similar situations. And from what this experiment has shown, churches might not be a place of refuge for the poor and needy. And I'm sorry, but churches have way too much potential for good for us to just let that go unchecked.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, let me know how y'all feel about this one, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I like he said, bro, in these times, I genuinely feel like it'd just be best if everyone just do what they can to help out. You know, like he said, SNAP supposed to be getting took away, government shut down, airplanes gone, niggas can't fly nowhere. There's a lot of chaos happening right now, bro. A lot of things going on, bro.